What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today is a garden day. Finally, I can spend probably a whole day here. I've already been here for a couple hours. So everything is transplanted, all the flowers. Got everything in. This is the perennials, this is the yarrow. They look very good. These I planted last year and they've come back. And I mean, they're past knee height on me and my legs are pretty long. And here's the delphinium, which is higher than like my hip, which is awesome. And then we also have the lupine. So we didn't get any of these last year. We didn't get any lupine last year, and I hardly got any delphinium last year because they're a perennial. They were kind of focusing on their roots. So we have those this year. Very exciting. They are beautiful, and I love all the different kinds. So we have this like purple one with the white, and then got like this hot pink. This one is like a bluish purple, which is really cool. We've got this kind of darker purple. Well, I guess it's a lighter purple. Then we've got this dark purple. Then we've got that pink, and it's just very exciting. The delphinium we pretty much is just blue and white. I think it is the belladonna mix that I planted last year. And the yarrow, probably a pastel mix. I like pastels. They look nice. But anyway, got all that. And I don't know if I showed, here's where I have gladiolus bulbs planted in between where the delphinium decided to not come back. Here we have peonies this year. It's very exciting. So many. Oh. So we've been selling those on the stand. The first Memorial Day weekend, I made 14 bouquets. I went a little overboard. I just cut all the ones that were ready because I was excited. And we sold them all. I didn't even have to throw anyone out. So that was fantastic. And then we also have, I think I've shown these, the bleeding hearts. Let me find some good ones that aren't over mature or anything. I gotta go through here and do some pruning. But these are the bleeding hearts. We used to have these outside of my house when I was a kid. And when you smush them, they smell really bad. So my sister and I would take them on the bus and smush them next to people. So good memories there. So, and also they're gorgeous. They're heart-shaped flowers. Of course I want them in my bouquets, and they look really good with the peonies because the peonies are mostly like pink and white. We've got some of these like, oh, I just stepped on a rose. These darker pink ones. I should have just pruned those ones. They aren't doing as well. But these other ones that I got from the actual wholesaler look amazing. Could not be happier with them. But so I'm here today to do some weeding. We've been doing lots of hay, so now the garden needs some attention. I will show you. This is the rose row. They're kind of, they're starting to come back. And here's, this is all weeds. And the rose row is always covered in weeds. We got to get another layer of mulch on there. And I did a lot of weeding before I took a video, but so we've got this row. This doesn't have anything in it because I am saving it for the dahlias. And then this row is also going to be for the dahlias. And this is some feverfew that we planted last year that I thought was an annual, but it's actually a semi-hardy perennial in like certain zones. And we are one of those zones. So here are all the weeds that I pulled out of this row already. And also that nice pile was along the side there. So that's all gone, which is nice. But yeah, I'm gonna do some more weeding. And once I'm done weeding, we're going to plant tomatoes, carrots, cucumbers, then we have peas. I think that's it for veg. Oh, and peppers. I'm gonna put that in the row I just pulled out where I had my ranunculus. Planted those too early this year because I got so excited, and then they didn't do too well. So I also covered them not so well. Anyway, that's besides the point. They'll be better next year, and that's what matters. So I pulled those. I'll save the corms. They're nice and dry. We're supposed to get some rain today, so I should stop blabbing and get to weeding before it starts raining. So I'm gonna do that.
Sounds dry. Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
Taking forever. So I got this bed done. Oh no. Whoops. Okay, now I got this bed done. Up here doesn't look too bad. This is, I mean, I just did all this stuff, so it's just I can't use the hoe around this stuff because the leaves kind of fall over, and if you catch a leaf, they're not really established yet, so if you catch a leaf, you pull the whole plant out. So also, I'm very upset / angry with the place that we bought the compost and the mulch from, because it's supposed to be sterile, but it brought in this weed that is like it's a vine, and it's everywhere. I can't get rid of it, and it just climbs up everything and twists, and it's everywhere. And it's so frustrating because we've never seen it before. And it's only in the compost and the mulch that we had bought. So, and you can see it, I mean, on the yarrow, you can see all these little vines. So, kind of annoying. Because, yeah, I don't know, they're supposed to like bake it, I think, or, yeah, to get sterilized. So any seeds in it can't germinate, but they must not have done that right. But anyway, nothing I can do about it now. It's already here, and I'm going to be using this compost and mulch system for a while, so I better get back to weeding. So I got all the weeds out, well, pulled. Now I just gotta come through with the rake. Oh, I have a hole in my glove, so one of my fingers gets really gross. Oh, ew. I'm also sweaty, so my fingers are pruny. Anyway, so I have all the weeds like pulled. They're kind of in piles. So now I gotta come through with the rake and the wheelbarrow and get them out of here. I think my new pile is gonna be like right there. It was over here, but Alex said it was too close, so we moved it 20 feet that way. So, and actually I think it's starting to rain a little bit, which is exciting. It also seems like the only time I have for the garden now is on these rainy days. So I actually was transplanting in the rain last week. So yeah, I'm kind of used to it by now. So yeah, I'll try to get most of the weeds out before it starts raining too much. We'll see how it goes.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another lovely, well, sort of lovely day. It's nice and warm-ish. It's about 60 degrees, about the right temp, but it's a little rainy. We have like scattered showers coming in and out and in and out, but we're over at the garden today. Obviously we got to make hay while the sun shines, so when the sun isn't shining we got to do our other fun projects. So the garden is looking beautiful. We're just getting caught up on weeds. We got over here, got things mowed. Hannah's getting weeds under control, getting the beds planted. Peonies are popping. She made a bunch of bouquets, they were beautiful. And now we came over here. Basically what we had here was a cover crop. We didn't plant last year, we planted it the year before, so it basically reseeded itself because we never mowed it, did nothing. But it was a rye and clover cover crop. And what we're doing here is we're gonna do a row of tomatoes and then some other veggies we're trying, and then we're gonna do the rest of our specialty pumpkins that we're actually gonna transplant. We got those popping up in the greenhouse, and then our specialty sunflowers, so the different colored ones. Last year didn't really have a lot of good luck with those. Usually we do, but we're gonna go back to the good old tillage method. Unfortunately I don't have the plow set up yet. I gotta get parts for that, so hopefully I'll get parts for that. But I think we dissed this morning. We did pretty good, but we did just kind of pull back some of the residue here. We have this good old electric tiller and a good old generator. We're gonna try to just till this row. We're gonna we got biodegradable plastic we're gonna lay down for the tomatoes, and then try to give them a shot. We're just kind of trying to get a feeler, figure out the market, kind of stuff like that, see what people want. I know we can grow them, just see how they grow and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna give that a shot. And basically I got some fertilizer, 13-13-13. It also has some micro, some sulfur. I just basically dumped that out down the line. It's pretty-ish straight. And then yeah, gonna till it in, and then we're just gonna hand lay our plastic and shovel it, make a little trench and shovel it in. So we're gonna get to it. I don't know if you guys have seen this tiller, but basically it's an electric tiller, so it's so light. We got a bucket on top, and then basically I'll fill that. I'll put a couple rocks in it. I already see a couple, just to get some weight to keep it in the ground, to get it to actually dig a little bit. So anyways, we got that. The tomatoes are looking a little sad, so we want to get them in the ground today so they can get rained in nice, and we'll get this set. So let's see. So I've got this tilled. This was fun. It's raining a little harder now. The soil's starting to pack up on my shoes, so it's like when it's just moist enough it starts to pack up, but it's like not muddy because it's fresh rain. So got it tilled. Now I'm just gonna go along, kind of level it off, and then make a couple trenches on either side, roll out our plastic, fill it back in.
Sounds Drive. Sounds Drive. Soundstripe.
Well, it started raining harder, so I dug the side trenches. We're gonna let the I can't think of it. Let the rain, yeah, because it's raining pretty decent now, soak in to the beds. We'll come back tomorrow, lay that plastic down. It's biodegradable, so it's nice, you don't have to pick it up. So we'll do that. The fertilizer's in. It'll give it a chance to get the fertilizer mobilized, and then tomorrow we'll plant the tomatoes and slap it all in there. So that's that for today. Just gotta milk our fresh heifer and we'll be off.